girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. When you go to bed at night, you lay there and you take responsibility for yourself.
Hey everybody, it's your friend of a friend. Before I get started, a little disclaimer. My throat is on fire. I'm still recovering from the flu, so if I sound a little weird, that's why. So where do I even begin? I can't believe in 2025 we are still talking about the drama that took place behind a damn movie Precious. And what it reignited the discussion is the most insane part for me. While family, friends, peers, and loved ones were coming together to mourn the loss and celebrate the life of beloved singer Angie Stone, Auntie Monique got triggered by Tyler Perry's speech. Before I get into what she said, let's go back to hear what he said.
But I look at these young folks who are living these lives and they think that it's supposed to be the way that it is on Instagram, and they're forgetting about the people who have paved the way for them to be in that situation. They're forgetting about the women like Angie Stone, who's been in the business all of these years. You're gonna forget about what she did, all of the people that she put on and helped. So you gotta go through something to write a song like $20. Because in it she says, what you know about being poor. She don't say poor, she says poor. What you know about having to borrow from the neighbor next door. These are her words. What you know about bumming rides. What you know about having to swallow your pride. And this is the part of the song that got to me when she said, what do you do when you're through? When you're always helping people and nobody is there for you. Y'all gotta forgive me because I'm angry at the way she was treated. I did not know all the things that she was going through. Recently, I found out because I'm not on Instagram. I'm not being hooked and manipulated by an algorithm telling me what to think and how to feel. So I don't see everything. But to think that this woman was in the business for all of these years, and there's a difference between performing because you want to and performing because you have to. All of those years, all of those songs, all of that money that was owed to her, where is it? It's wrong. It is wrong. And I'm tired of seeing us struggle and go through things and work hard and not reap the benefits of what we were supposed to reap. But you got to be careful when you start mistreating people, especially children of God, because the Bible says, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. And I'm going to tell you something. This woman was a prophet. She prophesied and preached her own eulogy. What am I talking about? In her song, No More Rain in This Cloud, she says, my sunshine has come. And I'm all cried out. There's no more rain in this cloud. And many of you may not know this, but I'm a pilot. And when you are a pilot, the first thing you study is the weather. And I learned about clouds. And what a cloud is particles, air and particles. And when the rain gets in that cloud and the particles get too heavy, it becomes to rain. It drops to the ground. It falls. It is just like our souls. We hold so much in. We hold so much pain. We hold so much that it has to come out of our eyes as tears. But the beauty of what she was talking about is when a cloud has no more tears, it dissipates. It's gone. But if you listen to that song again, there's a part that I want you to really, really listen to. She said, what goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. The things you do come back to you. And then she said, y'all believe that? She was preaching, y'all. I can take you to the word where in Galatians it says, be not deceived. God is not mocked. That a man soweth, he shall also reap. This woman sowed good things to people. She sowed kindness to people. She sowed joy to people. She sowed love and her voice to people. So if you are like her and like me, who get tired of helping people and watch them dog you out, If you are like her and like me, I'm gonna tell you this. Don't stop doing good. Don't stop being kind. Be not weary in your well-doing, for in due season you will reap a harvest of blessings. God bless you, family. God bless you, Angie. My heart, my soul is with you. I'm so glad that there's no more rain in your cloud.
So first, that was a very beautiful speech, and I agree with everything he said. And if all the things that Monique has alleged about Tyler Perry, Oprah, and Lee Daniels are true, then I definitely understand her feeling triggered and feeling like Tyler Perry is being fake and a hypocrite. But everybody and their mama has told her that even though her plight is valid, the way that she is going about it is causing more detriment to her reputation and to her standings within Hollywood than good. And I have to agree. But I'm going to refresh everybody's memory really quick on her side of things. Although, how can we forget? I feel like about every 6 months she pops out hooting and hollering about this. But let's revisit it. So the next clip is from Club Shay Shay, where she goes into the studios pressuring her to promote Precious overseas after she already fulfilled her contractual obligations here in the U.S.
I was contractually obligated to promote the movie Precious under Lee Daniels Productions.
Okay.
I promoted Precious under Lee Daniels Productions. I did Oprah, I did magazines, I did TV shows, I did all of the promotions I was contractually obligated to do.
Okay.
That was it.
That was it.
I'm done with it.
Done.
Okay?
Done.
Now Precious is going to Cannes, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I have the Monique show.
Mm-hmm.
I am on the Spread the Love tour. I have toddler babies, and I'm also a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The Monique show is like down for maybe a couple days, a week or so.
Right.
I got some days off on the tour. I'm going to relax with my family.
Right.
Because once they sold the movie,
Right.
you didn't sell me.
Right.
I totally get where she's coming from because I feel all employers try this no matter what your line of work is. They ask you to do a project or perform a task or whatever, what have you. And they try to sneak in more work or pressure you to give more of your time. And unfortunately, if you don't speak up for yourself and create boundaries, they will steamroll all over you. And she also mentioned having a comedy tour to do, a talk show at the time, and being a mother of toddler twin boys, and just needing some bonding time with her family. It sounds like she was already just stretched too thin. And what I personally think happened is that the studios did not anticipate the buzz that was going to be surrounding this movie and her performance. And with the Oscar talks going around, I think they just thought that she would jump at the chance to promote it in France and capitalize off the buzz. But Monique was like, yeah, that's all fine and great, but if it doesn't make money, it don't make no sense. And if you want me to drag my husband and babies to France, I'm going to need a check. And to me, her demands seem reasonable.
With all of that being said, I never complained about the $50,000. I did everything I was supposed to do. No, nothing. It is when they started asking me to become a slave. It is when Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey started asking me to work for free. It is when they started doing the bidding for whomever the gatekeeper was at the time to say, we can get her. Remember?
Okay, so now we're going to get into the part that Tyler Perry plays into all of this.
Okay.
So Tyler Perry says to me, listen, Monique, we really need you to, promote this film because if you get nominated for the Oscar, your next movie is going to be $3 to $5 million. If you win it, your next movie is $6 to $8 million. I said, Tyler Perry, who you talking to? I'm a black woman. When they going to pay that kind of money? No, I'm telling you, that's what it is. And if you just go and promote it, I said, listen, brother. You can pay me to promote it. Because at the time, now him and Oprah are producers on the film.
Right.
I said, you can pay me to do it. I don't care where the check come from, but y'all just got to pay me to do it. He said, I'm not in the habit of giving out money for free. I said, and I'm not in the habit of working for free. But you gave T.D. Jakes a check for $1 million, but that's another story, and I'm back. Mm-hmm. So when he then says that, it's like, listen, we both mutually agree. You don't give out free money. I don't work for free. Service. We hugged, Shannon.
So Monique was under the impression after the exchange that everything was good between her and Tyler Perry, but she says later on in the interview that it was Tyler Perry who allegedly launched the smear campaign on her reputation by calling her difficult to work with, and it caused her to lose acting roles, specifically Empire, as Monique was supposed to play the character Cookie Lyons, but the role ended up going to Taraji P. Henson instead. And as I re-listen to this clip and just looking at her, you can see the pain in her eyes and the frustration and the hurt all over her in her body language. And I empathize with her because she's so talented, and who knows how much bigger her career could have been had none of this happened. But it's the way that she's been moving since airing out Tyler Perry, Oprah, and Lee Daniels that I just can't co-sign.
Man. So no, I was not blackballed. I was whiteballed. By some black dicks who had no balls. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. Thank you, Miss Oprah Winfrey. No, baby, I wasn't blackballed. I was fucked up by some niggas who had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk too motherfucking much. It would kill me not to say the real shit. It would kill me not to say the real shit. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly. So y'all can suck my dick if I had one.
There's a quote that I read a long time ago, and as soon as I read Monique's open letter to Tyler Perry, I felt like it definitely applies here. The quote says, "If you don't heal what hurt you, you'll bleed on people who didn't cut you." And I feel like that's exactly what she did to Angie Stone. Angie Stone didn't do anything to her, and this was her moment. She just passed away. Angie Stone, in my opinion, never got her flowers in life. She spent her entire career being exploited, used, and pushed into the background. And just like you, she was overworked and severely underpaid. Think about it. Angie Stone worked all the way up until the day she died. And if I'm not mistaken, she was at the age or very close to the age of retirement, and she couldn't even rest because the music industry stole from her, and she said that she was going to have to continue working, and she didn't even know how long she was going to have to keep going. They've tried to dim her light. They've tried to hide her in the shadows, and here you come making this moment about you. And at this point, it's coming off selfish and tacky and just wrong. And how could you do that to another black woman who was in the same boat as you, maybe even worse? And you claim to love us for real, but your bitterness is preventing you from seeing the part that you play and how long you've been blackballed in this industry. Okay, so let's get into this open letter to Tyler Perry. So she starts off, "We would like to give our heartfelt condolences to Angie Stone's family and friends. Sister Angie, we stand on the shoulders of the elders and ancestors like you. So please know your fight inspired us to write this letter, and that the fight doesn't end with your passing. It is only the beginning." And then she segues right on into her drama with Tyler Perry. So she says, "Dear Tyler Perry, I recently watched your heartfelt speech at Angie Stone's funeral, where you expressed frustration over her mistreatment by the music industry. It struck me and my husband Sydney as poignant, but also made us reflect on some unsettling discrepancies in your actions towards me. You expressed anger over Angie's mistreatment, yet you have labeled me difficult to work with, despite never having worked with me. How can you condemn poor treatment of others when you've imposed the same on me? We have audio of you admitting you were wrong." And that's another example of what I'm talking about right there. If you remember, some years back, her and her husband called up Tyler Perry and they recorded a conversation without his knowledge, and then they blasted it all over the internet. And I know in her mind she's thinking, okay, this is a way for me to try to salvage my reputation, but instead it makes you look shady because you're recording somebody without their knowledge and then you're blasting it all over the internet. It makes you look bad, not him. Out here writing 4-page letters to Tyler Perry. Ooh-wee. Okay, let's continue. You ask, where's the money she's owed? Well, where's my public apology that you promised in 2016? The false narrative you perpetrated helped blackball me, costing me tens of millions. Where's the restitution for that? You mentioned being tired of us not receiving the benefits we deserve, yet you asked me to promote Precious for free without a contract or compensation, which highlights your double standard. You said we should be careful in how we treat children of God. As a man of faith, where is your responsibility to act with love and truth? You promised me an apology years ago, but it's yet to come. Unlike the music industry, which you rightly criticize, we have audio documentation of your actions. Shouldn't you be held accountable too? And that's the end of the letter, and there's audio as well, so here goes.
The community is involved, and they want to see how it's going to play out. Because the community is saying, wait a minute. Hold up. We don't know this sister to be no bull. We know she a loud mouth. We know she'll say some off the wall. But what we know about it is she true to her word.
And all I would ask you is two questions. The first question is, did you not just say it was wrong?
Tyler.
Did you not just say it was wrong, Tyler? To say she was difficult for not doing something that she was not contractually obligated to do? Did you not say that you would feel that that was wrong? Or am I missing something?
I absolutely said that. Yeah.
So
I'm not saying it now. I will let all this cool off when I get back out on the press tour to promote my next thing. I know it's going to come up. That is when I will talk about it. But no, it's too hot. It's too hot. Y'all heated it up.
Okay, so you hear at the end she plays her receipts again from when Tyler Perry said that he would clear everything up back in 2016. So my question is, at what point is Monique gonna just let this go? Like, I get it, she was wronged, she's deserved, this apology and this compensation for all of the lost revenue that she could have had over the years. But here's the thing that I've learned, and a lot of people have learned, is sometimes you have to forgive people who aren't sorry. And it's been all of these years. It's been nearly 16 years since the movie Precious came out, and almost a decade since this conversation with Tyler Perry, and he still has yet to make good on his word. So it's like, when do you just let go and let God and just move on with your life? I don't get it, but I just feel like all of this bitterness and resentment is just making things worse for her. And the comeback that she could have been had is probably gone now because she keeps dredging this up. I'm like, Oprah and Tyler Perry seem to be very stubborn and standing very firm on not making things right with her. And so I feel like she just needs to forgive them within herself. She doesn't have to necessarily talk to them or communicate with them, but just forgive them for her and move on. I really do hope that at some point, though, they really do come together and come to some kind of understanding. I hope that Tyler Perry makes it right with her. He does seem like a reasonable guy and very generous, so I really don't understand what the hang-up's been all these years. But I will tell you one thing. If God forbid something were to happen and any of these people would leave the earth, you better hope y'all go before Monique, because if she goes first, she gonna haunt the out of y'all. So good luck with that. Anyway, that was the video. I go by Friend of a Friend. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day.